Bagaitso, madume gafeli. It's time for Wafa Wafa. Mzansi Fundiz, and I have these gentlemen to unpack it. The team alone idea of it. I get in Nigeria to Shebella World Cup.
We are here to adopt the team.
Adopt the team.
We must adopt the team now. Let's ask Lufuno, how do you normally do it? Because these things of you are not normally there. What's the process? Adopt the team.
The last time go MTN8.
We never finally out there.
Board, I got MTN8. Yeah, one man standing. Hayo.
Namaga register attendance.
I'm here. That's it.
You guys were talking about Lufon, and you were talking about Orlando Pirates players performing in the national team. They're in the final. Now they're coming back from national team. What was the span?
Yeah, I think you need to look at it in twofold. To say Pirates are in the final, yes, but Pirates had a lot of numbers of players that were playing in the national team. The question is, will that be able to, hamper their preparation for the final? Because I mean, the coach would not have enough time with those players. And these are all starters for his team. So it will be interesting to see what the coach will do.
Mamposa, uka complain our Orlando Pirates signed a lot of players. There's a lot of change. They didn't win properly against Sundowns. They haven't been starting the season well. But they're in their fourth consecutive final.
Look, I think
that speaks about their pedigree.
I mean, and that's what we said. And remember, I said this. One of the things that you've got to look at is that the way that Pirates has done acquisition in terms of making sure that they've got squad depth. It's not just about having 45 players. It's about having quality players that you're going to be able. Because Release coming back, he's hungry to play.
No, he's fresh.
He's fresh.
Yeah, fresh.
And make no mistake, if you go to the national team and you don't play, you come back, you want to show something. And there are players that one is able to then say, are they going to be able to just continue? Sipombule would like to be able to say, me being picked, it was not by fluke. There's a final. Hopefully this time, because the last time he did this, Kombombela, his team went out. But it will be interesting to see how Sandlana puts out, because I saw the Pirates coach is
so Sandlana.
Sandlana because
So it will be interesting to see who he puts out, because you still need Mbogazi there, who has put on 2 Bafana shifts. And China would want to be able to say, I didn't play, I want to show that I'm good. So all those things will be able to say how. But again, Steve Barker's not going to make this walk in the park for them. He's had his entire team in terms of training. He's been able to plan whatever it is that he wants to. Gave players rest at the start of the international break. Stellenbosch in the league have not done well, but in the MTN8 they're in the final. So they'd want to be able to say, vengeance match, and this is a...
And we'll get into Stellenbosch, Lufuno, but and I think maybe this is something that we might take lightly. Something bad could have happened. I mean, they got off their fine now, and maybe they should be grateful. It could have impacted the team. Would this spur them on to say, hey, we could have seen other things now. Let's make sure we win it for these guys.
Yeah, I think, Pirates most definitely will be motivated to go to this final. They'll have support behind them. We know that if not 98% of the supporters that will be there will be Orlando Pirates. So it will be a great final. For me, I'm just looking forward to this round 2, because round 1 it did not go well. The referee had to sway the game to Pirates. We all know the controversy on how Pirates won that MTN8. So this is round 2. So I'm looking at Steve Barker to say, you've got another opportunity to make it right. Can Stellenbosch rise for this game and be able to win this trophy?
Quickly, Lufuno, is Orlando, we've seen how they've applied their game model. I mean, set pieces has been what they've been using to score. I mean, counter-attack. Do they go the same tactics in terms of Stellenbosch now, or
Look, I've watched the Stellenbosch and Pirates. They've played in the league already, and Pirates won that game. But if you look at how Stellenbosch came back second half, and how they threatened Pirates in terms of high balls, because I think Pirates as well, they failed to deal with crosses. That for me, it will be a challenge. I mean, I'm looking forward to see what De Jong will bring into this game. I want to see what Sibili versus Mdaka. So there is a lot of battles Omega. There's a lot of battles that we're going to look at in this game. So the return of Mujela up front.
Kenya Bands more.
I mean, Stellenbosch had a lot of firepower as well. Don't look at them and think on paper they push over. They're not push over. They've got a lot of good players, and it will be a great final.
It's their second consecutive final, and Lufuno has mentioned it. What can be the approach from Stellenbosch? Because I'm looking at how it is. Yes, they have been quiet in the league, but Stellenbosch, they have this knack of just rising. I mean, we won about win a cup final.
The good thing about Stellenbosch is not a team that says we're gonna park the bus. Stellenbosch are gonna try and impose themselves. Devin Titus knows one thing, and one thing only, is to be able to say this is how we play, because everything around Stellenbosch goes through him. And then you look at the likes of De Jong, who are able to be there. How is it they're gonna be? But for me, I would love to see a Barnes rising, because ever since he arrived,
a Barnes rising. But I get the Barnes.
What is also important is that if Stellies win this, they will be making history. If Pirates win this, it's another history. So we are looking at history to be written either way.
All right, I was going to ask you for your predictions, because high press. Let's segue a little bit. There's a match that's happening the following day.
Second round.
Second round. Again, second round already.
Second round.
Does this speak about the preparation of the league? I mean, they're thoroughly prepared, taking into consideration we're about to get into an AFCON. It's an AFCON year this season.
Yeah, remember, then Sundowns will be playing the two second rounds. Against Kaizer Chiefs, they played the second round. The game was supposed to be a Loftus. Then it was switched. Kaizer Chiefs had to play their second round.
2 second rounds.
2 second rounds.
Venue-wise.
No, second round.
So that speaks about the league, they don't organize properly. So can we be happy now?
I think they're doing it very well. They switching these games around. I've also seen Kaizer Chiefs as well. They switched their game against Marumo as well. Will be played.
And usually, Lufuno, maybe, and sorry to interject you, we would see a weekend there couple who's next, but now they seem to have balanced that out. Is this what we can adopt moving forward?
Yeah, we have to adopt this. That will avoid us postponing a lot of games. And you'll find another team has played 8 games, another one has only played 5. So if we have an opportunity to be able to push this game forward so that they can be played, and then you know that in the next weeks and the other teams will catch up and the league actually moves swiftly.
But it's also, Cox, don't forget the type of season that we're on. Because remember, when we're talking about a bumper-to-bumper season, it is because of there's still the international week that's coming.
Yeah.
There's still the AFCON that's coming. And don't forget, Big Brother there in Zurich says, you must finish the league at this time because I need national teams to go to the States. So you factor those things in. The league has had to be very creative in how they do things. If there's an opportunity, play. There's no longer one game the entire weekend and the rest of us are kekelezing, and because also you've got to remember you've got 4 teams that are in the Champions League and the Confed. So all those things have to be factored in, and the league has had to be creative on how to do it. So you got to get...
One thing I really appreciate about change is that sometimes it stays on forever and it works for the good. I'm talking about like Lidi Sapza, Opolana going in the bubble, and we had to make change, got COVID. 5 substitutions now, it's really sharp. That's good. Gentlemen, is this a game that Magesi would have wanted to play right now? Taking into account, do we want to face the Sundowns bumper to bumper, or is it a matter of let's take them out of the way, then we don't have any problems should the end of the season come?
Look, I think the way that Sundowns are, their domestic affairs mean that everybody would like to play Sundowns because they don't have their house in order yet. The problem about Sundowns is that you don't want Sundowns as a well-run, oiled machine, because once they start going in that manner, then they become unstoppable. But rather, you play them when they have these issues. This one, Mudau, is back
They're
at
still
training.
unstoppable.
I hear you.
And I mean,
And Aratu Fakat also got credit. They haven't lost a game.
No, but you.
So when you say they're
but
unstoppable,
okay,
they're still unstoppable.
okay.
well, they were stopped
Let me ask
by
you
not
this.
losing.
Let me
They didn't lose a game.
No, but let me ask you this: Sundowns' house, is it in order? I mean, so somebody just declared himself a free agent now. no transfer.
Kopa,
no that.
kopa.
He said, "I'm a free agent."
Yeah.
Now there's a lot of. If you can take what's happening off the field and to your advantage, I'll also do that, because when there is no issues that are distracting these ones, there are problems.
King, what's up? Fuck case. King, what's up?
It's not a car.
Come on now, mention Sundowns being the team that ended the record here. I mean, they had not lost a match until they met Sundowns. We don't know what is Zalankomoni, but yeah, you have to stay tuned to find out what's going to happen, and we'll come back and discuss what has been happening. Let me vacate this place. Ritswe, Lungahabu Wale Machita, Batalabozadi predictions. Will they get them right? We don't know. So do stay with Mzansi Fundiz.